Hello everybody and welcome back again for another Diablo 3 video. Today we are going to be on hardcore. I am going to be showing a new build today with the Demon Hunter build that I actually just found out about doing some testing and seeing how my gems were all level 25. I was able to pretty much do a 80 solo right off the bat. And with this build is we're doing the usual multi-shot build, but we're doing 3 changes. The 3 changes are going to be, you're still doing the whole set, which is the unhallowed with the focus and the restraints, the Yang's reprove, the Dead Man Legacy, and then the Wraps of Clarity. But the new items we're going to be adding into this build are going to be the Crimson Belt, preferably with the Dex, Vitality, Resistance, and if you can, do the HP. If not, go for Armor. And then you're going to do with the Crimson Captain Pants, preferably the Dex, Vitality, Resist All. And then if you want to do it, you don't have to do it. For my build, I am using the Squirt's Necklace. For this one is you're going to be taking 50% more damage, but with the build that I'm doing now, I have a way to negate that. Because of the Crimson effect set bonus, your damage reduction is actually going to be by your percentage of your cost reduction. And seeing how my cost reduction is at 57%, that right there gets negated. So now I don't have any damage taking. I am strictly only doing the 100% more damage. And because of the stat for your cooldown, so your cooldown reduction is going to be increased. It increases your damage. So you're going to now benefit from the cooldown on your shoulders, and if you have it on anything else. So that really helps, seeing how my cooldown is at 43%, so that means I got 43% more extra damage. Now with the cube, you're going to be actually, instead of using a conventions of elements, you're going to be using the ring of royal grandeur, so you can benefit from your damage reduction and your damage increase from your crimson. Then you're going to be using the Vigid of Guns Ruin headpiece, which is going to be taking 50% less damage. So the build still has 50% less damage taken. Now, on top of doing the pretty much the 100% increase damage and the 100% total increase from your focus and restraint. And then, of course, now we're going to be still using the Dawn for more cooldown. With the Vengeance, we're still going to be using Seath. Along with, you could either do Harden or Focus. I see a lot of people using Focus, but I use Harden personally just for that, 25% increased armor for that 3 seconds. I mean, I prefer not to get hit, but it's just an extra safety for me. You're still going to want the cooldown headpiece, so that also increases your damage, which I can show you right off the bat. So my damage is at 678k. By taking off that cooldown, okay, I guess that didn't work on that part, but if I actually let's see here, okay, I guess it doesn't work on that one, but if I was to actually put a topaz, which is another thing you could do, just for armor, seeing how it is resource cost reduction and resource cost reduction damage taken is reduced. So my toughness is at 95 mil. Now it goes up to 107 mil. So I'm gaining 10 mil toughness just for having a resource cost gem in my armor. I mean, I prefer the extra damage with this one, It doesn't show it on paper, but it's there. And then everything else is still the same. You know, fire, tumble, the wolf, and everything else that you would originally use. So I'm gonna see if I can try doing another solo. Preferably, I should be able to. My gems are only like, you know, 30s. I have 140, 150 or so. So I mean, I'm still one-shotting a lot of things. But, you know, seeing how this is hardcore, I'm still gonna keep my distance. Preferably not getting hit by anything. And that's why you want to focus a lot on your cooldown, so you have that extra damage. And the nice thing is with that resource cost reduction, that means that you can pop off more of your multi-shot. So either way it helps, and seeing how this is season 18, you know, the perks that are going on with the resource cost reduction bubble, ring, the cooldown, and the let's see here, it was cooldown, resource, and damage increase. Plus, you know, if your follower has the Oculus, either way you look at it, you're gaining, you know, 3 damages and 1 defense. So either way, standing in a bubble for this build, you're gonna benefit a lot of things. I'm trying to actually push myself to 100 grader. I've actually, even on non-season, I've never, for hardcore, I've never gone anything past the 70 because I didn't feel the necessary to push and risk it all. But with this season, I want to actually try and push a little bit and see how high I can get for a hardcore. I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good, seeing how I just made this character like 2 days ago and I'm already 500 Paragon and I'm already almost close to doing 90s. Which, for leaderboard, I just have to do a 90 to a 91 to get on the leaderboard. So I'm pretty happy. Give it a couple more days and I will have that. And then that's when I'll start doing my videos more often of me doing past 100. So I just wanted to show you guys a new build for this. A lot of people, I've noticed, for soloing Demon Hunter are doing the LOD build, which I tried it out, but it was very confusing. With that one, they're doing a whole bunch of other stuff. It's the Bombarder LOD build, and I just didn't like it. I didn't feel comfortable trying out some new build. At least with this build, it was pretty much the same exact multi-shot. It's just you're adding cooldown and resource cost reduction. I mean, if you're doing so much damage, you really don't need to benefit from the conventions of elements. Just because conventions of elements, that fire is only going to come every, what, 5 seconds or so? So, I mean, in that 5 seconds, you're losing a lot of damage. Versus having this, where your damage is full time. So it's really nice. And as you can see, I'm plowing through, and my gems are only, you know, 30 for stricken. Trapped is at 29, and vengeance is at 59. So I mean, they're not high, but yet I'm doing high GRs, which is really good. I mean, that 100% extra damage really goes a long way. Alright, cool, we just got ourselves a shield, so now I can just fly through this without having to really worry about too much about what's around me. We're a little over halfway done, so let's keep going. But what I was also saying at the beginning of the video is you could use the squirts, you know, for that extra damage, but if you don't feel comfortable taking that risk of extra damage taken, you could also use the Flavor of Time, which doubles your pylon and shrine effects. I mean, that's an alternative that you can use if you're playing hardcore or not. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you're on non-hardcore, everybody would probably use the squirts. But I thought I would try it out, see how good it is. And since I found it out, I just like it so much more. I mean, nothing wrong with taking a little bit of risk in hardcore. It just makes the game a little bit more interesting. Alright, boss should be popping here any second. Hopefully it's an okay boss. Wish... it's just a stinker, so he isn't too bad. Too bad he can't come down the stairs, though. Oh, he can. Luckily enough, I can shoot him from here. So there we go, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the new tutorial build. I like it a lot. I think it is pretty powerful, and there's still a lot more work to do on this build, seeing how all my gems are very low. So hopefully you all liked it. If you did, please give me a like, comment on it. Please sub me for more future videos. I try to do at least a couple videos a week. So you can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, all under Komodo Bone. Besides my YouTube is Komodo Bone 1. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you, everybody. Bye.